tree. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I can't remember who emailed about maybe buying the house, but I'll keep an eye. If not, I'll reach out to the bank, send them a letter anyways, and they can say, well, so-and-so is interested in it. Until then, it's you. The taxes seem current on it, so that's going to be hard to do. You can make down my email. I'll come out right with a picture that coming down Mennonite yesterday. There was a new deck being put around a little older house. And so a letter was sent out today about that. It's almost complete. It's just you can't catch.
But sometimes you just hope that people don't know.
Yeah.
To get permit,
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah. It's tough on that end. I don't think there's much more. Just about that phone call, and I'll keep an eye on that house. And I hope to hear back to his charges. What's going to happen soon? I'm going to have to reach out to the neighbor, as nice as he is, and ask if he's given any written permission or selling a piece of property to have that fence on, because he's going to start to be responsible too for another permit. And been kind of sitting back and waiting. I haven't heard from either of these two yet. The prosecutor, and that's not a fast deal, so I had one phone. I ripped out everything I had for 3 months that I could think of. Busy as usual with permits and keep going. Have any questions? John does. He's
I do. What, I know the barn is down, and I know the pile of rubble is there, and I've gotten phone calls already. So, sir, we give them a 30-day thing. I know it's a lot. I see they pulled all the equipment out of there, so I have no idea how they're going to load it in the truck. Or,
that's a worse sign. Yeah, I can send a letter and ask when it's going to be.
I mean, I would give him some time.
Yeah.
When it was just a couple of weeks ago.
It was like the day of or the day before the last meeting, because I left here, I worked through that way. And
Yeah.
told him to come down, and it was down.
No, that's fine. No, I have no problem. I'm
I
glad
can do that, because I knew.
I'm glad it's done. But
Yeah.
he did get it down. I'm sure we'll give him a little time to get it down.
Yeah, well, concerning the equipment left, when I went by there yesterday or the day before, it was still there. I'm like, oh, good, now it's gone. That's concerning on our part.
One more question. This ag permit, 414, is that on our road, or is that on county?
You're who?
There's an ag permit here on show.
Okay.
Is that on that portion of?
Yeah, that's Mantua Township.
Oh, showing all county?
It's a county road from 82 north.
82 north.
Right.
Is this north of 82? Or is
Well, we go south and north all the way to the line.
What do you think?
Is it, I want to know if it's on Mantua Township Road, or if it's on the,
It's on, that has to be on a county road.
is it county? It's on.
Oh, okay. I guess I see what you're saying now.
Good job as always. I know you're busy.
That's all right, thank you.
You can tell by this sheet. And I see that a lot of people in the building, a lot of people are interested.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
I know you got a date tonight.
Yeah, there he
Got a
is.
permit?
There he is.
Is that Dave right here? Thank you, sir.
Forgive me.
All right, Chief.
For leaving. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah, thank
Have a
you.
good one. Have a good one.
Yeah. Take care of
You too, yeah.
that. Okay.
Underwater. No, no, it's not fun. I was preoccupied. Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.
Fiscal officer calls for you.
One of the change that you gave back the same.
All right, you're good for another month.
Carol may be here. She has another engagement. She said she may or may not be here.
Okay.
Other than that, so we'll move on to new business. We have an offer to purchase some property here in the township, and Matt, you want to take this, or you want me to finish it?
Kathleen Kelly lives on the end of School Lane. She butts up to Mantua Township property. And we've made an offer to purchase her house, and she has agreed to that. We're going to buy it, and we're going to allow her to live there until she's deceased or moves out. I think it's a win-win for the township. It's a great price. It's $198,000, and it's 6.6 acres. And it butts up to the parking lot of the Mantua School Annex, and it also goes back to the cemetery. So, and it also, a section that also comes out onto 82 as well. So, I think for the future of the township, it's a good investment for us. So, if we decide to do something different than over here with our social department stuff, we also could go over there. I mean, just there's all kinds of avenues we could do.
Cemetery.
Yeah, and the cemetery, correct. Yep. So I'm going to make a motion that we enter into this agreement.
Hold on one second,
yes,
I just want to clear something up. I don't want anybody to think that we're giving her for nothing. It's going to be, there's going to be a lease.
Yes,
It's going to be a lease drawn. So
Yeah.
she's
So
going
it has to be by law.
she's going to stay there until she wants to leave. But yeah, I want to.
So what I,
Payments, right?
yeah, 4 payments, what I will say is that house is appraised well over $260,000, okay? And I talked to her several times, and she was willing to bring it down to $198,500. You can't bitch about that.
Yeah, and I would concur with that. I think it's a great opportunity for the township.
It is.
It's six, like Matt says, it's 6+ acres. Connects to the cemetery, connects to 82 and town line, or school lane. So, Matt, make your motion.
I made a motion that we enter into the agreement. Yep.
I'll second it. John?
Yes.
Sue? Yes. Matt?
Yes.
Thanks for taking care of that. The sewer tie-in, I had email conversation with Ryan and Rich, and they are working on the plans. They tend to send back to Water Resources on Monday, and they are asking Water Resources to get on it right away. So they're trying to expedite as fast as possible, but they are working on it, so just wanted to let everybody know. We had some property damage on Winchell Road. A car ran through the signs over there by on the curb there, going down the road. I called to get the crash report. Highway Patrol is the one who did the report. I tried to get a hold of them, and they tell me it's not ready yet. So I'll be working on that too as well. We got a quote from Wesley Electric for the cellular instead of the Wi-Fi. I contacted Julia and asked Julia what we pay for Wi-Fi at the school, and she tells me it's $319.95 a month. Really. And so the proposal from Wesley's was $590, and I think we should just go ahead and let them do that, and we can shut that Wi-Fi down.
Would we 100%?
It'll be in the, clear. So I'll make a motion to accept the proposal from Wesley not to exceed $600 for the cellular connection for the generator.
And you never have to worry about it, John.
We won't have to worry about it again. So
I'll second that.
Sue, did you second?
Yes.
John?
yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Matt?
Yes.
I have on the agenda American Rescue Plan. We did discuss case the sewer project doesn't go through. One of the big ones would be park pavilion and electrical upgrades. Susan's been spearheading that park pavilion. So I don't know if you have any new information on that or not, Sue, but I think it's still a good idea. We also discussed town hall upgrades, emergency shelters, and some work at the service garage. We also discussed last meeting NOPEC grants. NOPEC grants are for anything to do with energy savings. We were talking about possibly doing some siding and insulation over there at the service garages. I haven't gotten any proposals yet. I don't know if you had come up. That package I gave you, I just found this out, Susan, you may be interested in it. There is a grant out there for it's this blue one. There's a grant out there, Recreation Economy for Rural Community Grant, for recreation purposes. So of course they had the meeting, the internet meeting, and it was today. So you may want to, it's not due until October, so you may want to look at it. Okay. And that is for Recreation Economy for Rural Communities. Program is currently accepting applications until October 16th. This program offers planning assistance to small towns and rural communities to help them enhance their outdoor recreation economy. So it sounds like pretty good. Service contracts, still on the agenda. Did we ever find the one for the generator?
Oh, boy.
The service contract?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Could you send a copy?
I don't have it. Okay.
And if we can't find it, I intend to call Wesley anyway and get no phone. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about the amount of keys that are out there for the town hall and for the center school. I'd like to know, I don't think anybody needs the ones, so Susan brought up that zoning may still want to go there, and I think that we have a zoning office at 6.
Yeah, right.
We should move everything over there. So if you know of anybody that has a key for that building, that should have a key to that building, let them know that we're interested in getting the keys back. So.
Right. I thought Dottie, someone had one. I know Carol had one.
Carol Newell.
I thought, and then
Anybody that had mail slots that we put documents in would have a key.
Right.
right. Okay.
Including all of them.
Jan or
So
someone.
why can't they use the mailboxes at the center?
Oh, but I'm not.
Well, we don't even use anything.
We don't use them.
Yeah, the only thing they would need to go in there is for records right there.
And now we don't have any, and we're going to do records on the 21st. So, and we don't even we're not even going to have Wi-Fi in there. So there's no sense. I just wanted to make sure, because I did discuss this the last meeting, that we had a couple of alarms. And as I got here, there was, so yeah, I'm a little concerned.
For this building here now? For this building?
Yeah. Well, we had one last night.
Okay.
A motion on the second. I know that is,
Yes,
it's a bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can change the padlock on to one that we have.
For what?
For our masters, we could change that door lock, but
Well, we need,
Everybody else that has a key and usually can handle, will have access to
or
it.
we can just get a new lock.
Yeah.
And then we can give the keys accordingly.
Right,
You know, Restoration Society should have one.
right. You want to,
Historical Society should have one. BZA should have one.
you want to get it from Beaver?
Yeah, if you would, we should.
Which building are you talking about?
What's that?
Which building are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
Good. We also want to talk a little bit about another grant that's before us here. Mark Hall has set forth a grant for the roof of this building and the pool bar. Todd Pete sent us out a 20-page application. And, hold on one second. Before we go there.
Can you get that?
Carol, I know you're probably in a hurry. Do you want to give your report now?
When you get done, when you get to a stopping point,
Okay. All right. So you're okay for a little while? I know you said you want to leave.
yeah, for a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we received the application from Todd Peets today. I'm sure you guys didn't have a chance to read it.
I have not, because you called me at 5:30.
I was reading it as I was sitting here waiting. So this has to be signed or accepted or something or other by the town at 11:59.
Right.
Mark, I have some questions on this thing. I don't know if I should address it to you or not,
Heidi,
but the first paragraph, or one of the first paragraphs I came upon is this one. And of course, none of these, we don't know what's involved.
right, for those kinds
Someone
of
gave us-
paragraphs, Todd is going to send out an email tomorrow
Yeah.
with the complete text and however he's going to identify the paragraph.
Well, this first one, drop down, says Mantua Township Town Hall was built in the 1840s. There appears to be minor leaks from the roof onto the second floor, used by Mantua Restoration Society. I know you don't.
No, that's by this.
I know you're not on the second floor.
It's-
And we don't, and see these little things, these little hiccups like this,
Mhm.
that could be the difference between a yes and a no. From the grant. There's also other things in here. They don't have our correct EIN number on here. It says this is someone else's EIN. We need. So there's a lot of things, information that's blank in here. They have me as project director.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We suggested.
Did I volunteer for that, or did you volunteer me?
I volunteered you, yes.
Did you volunteer that,
Julia for the
Julia to be?
bookkeeper as
Do
fiscal
you know
officer.
do you know how much work it is to do the grant?
Not really, because I've never done one of these.
Well, I have, and I can tell you, I did the flood study. As a matter of fact, you'll see that on your agenda, that's going to be on the agenda. We expired our stuff for here, so. Anyway, I know how much work that is, it's a lot. And, there's a lot of that for grants, so I don't know, we don't know what they want. Julia doesn't know what they want. I kind of wish Todd Peets was sitting here so I could ask
Mhm.
the questions.
I would say, in all fairness to Mark, I mean, he said last meeting that he was going to put you down and Julie down.
Yes, you did.
He did say that.
Good.
You did. You did last meeting. You said you were going to name John
Yeah.
as chairman.
Right,
Yeah, and the go-to guy.
right.
In all fairness.
We
Well,
just-
that's fine. If
Right,
that's
that's fine,
the
yeah.
case, I could have been drifting off somewhere. So, but anyway, there's a lot of questions out there. There's a lot of stuff that's not filled in.
What is the absolute deadline on that one?
The
The
10th.
10th
The 10th.
of this month.
Okay.
I mean, we told Mark the last time we were here, we were all in for it,
Right.
but we needed to see the application.
Sure, yeah, you did, you're right. August 5th, we can have a special meeting if need be.
Do what?
We can have a special meeting to approve it if we need to.
They have to be the 9th.
Yeah.
See, the 9th is out for me because I have personal commitment that day. So that day is just total toast for me.
Okay, for the calendar now.
I got it. 9th is Monday, 10th is Tuesday.
Because I would like to see the original anyhow. I mean,
Pardon?
I would like to see the grant that they're submitting, the original. So, to complete it.
When you did the screenshots.
I don't know how that's done because I think it's all online.
Right, okay.
And I have no idea how long it lasts.
Well, he should print a copy of that.
See what I mean?
mean,
Pardon?
I would think Todd would be able to print a copy of that, correct?
That's basically what he did.
Right,
And as you see, as it came out as a PDF there,
right.
there are some fields that, when you say don't scroll, I know that he was going back through it again. I know the one field, John, you mentioned the EIN number. He had to put a number in there to continue with the application.
No, I get that, and he wouldn't be able to send us this application.
Right, what I'm saying is for him to continue with what he was doing, he used theirs, but he needs our EIN number, and he'll just change that, fix that particular issue.
Well, Mark, if you look at these, all these are blank. They're blanks are like project start date, request for proposals, mid-proposal submission date. All kinds of different stuff that we don't know.
Yeah, I think there's some things that he probably still needs to fill in.
You know, we absolutely want you guys to get the grant. But we're not gonna approve something we don't know what we're approving.
Mhm.
That's a 60-40, if I remember right?
Pardon?
That's a 60-40, right?
Right, that's a 60/40, and in the,
Anyway, right, that goes in.
what was it, the email that he sent.
5,632, Mantua Township, 7,000 Mercy's Group. Match was 12,652.
What was that, Sue?
The match is the 40%, which is 12,652.
Right, and for what,
7 for Marcy's and 556 for Mantua Township.
right, that's what they're looking at, as it stands right now, 5632 for the township,
Going with that?
you know,
Yep, that's fine.
kind of thing.
Yeah, we
But
absolutely.
John, you are correct. I think that it needs to be.
Well, there's a lot of paragraphs we can't even read what it says because it didn't let it scroll. We
Right.
did a screenshot.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one that says.
Well, I don't think it was a screenshot, I think that's the way to put it out, as a PDF.
Probably.
Yeah, however he does it. I know, what can I say, I know my machine at home won't touch this thing.
Okay.
If Todd had a PDF program, which I do,
Right,
you
you
would
could
be
give
able,
it to you.
you could, yeah,
Yep.
He would.
it's $20 a month.
Tell me when.
Yeah. See, like some of the drop downs, like the brick and mortar, there's one there. I mean, there's some of them that have been, that he has done, but there are also blanks that,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Understand?
like their number's not in here. So, we're ready, Mark, we're ready to go forward. We gotta have, we're ready to go forward with you guys.
Mhm.
We need to be able to read this. And normally a grant like this, we definitely have to go to our legal counsel to read it. I mean, we don't mind taking some chances, you guys are going anywhere, but I mean, we need to know what's in this. Not that we're worried,
I'm looking for $5,000 for it, yeah. State's got the most.
That's chicken feed for you.
Hey, I'll take that anytime today. All right.
And not knowing, we're gonna say, how to fill in the blanks here and whatnot. You know, I don't know what to say other than give Todd a call and talk to him, you know, about some of your concerns with that. He should be around tomorrow. We were hoping to have this out a couple days ago, and it just didn't happen. You know, for what we had here.
I would think in our office place, you would be able to make copies of that.
What's that?
Don't you think? I mean,
I'm saying,
at his level, I think that he would be able to make copies of this, you know?
Well, he sent us this.
Well, yeah,
I
I
know,
know
but it's
that.
not
It's not
complete.
complete.
Right, it's not complete, but he should be able to, I mean, at his office, be able to give us a complete copy, I would think.
Mark, you said the 9th is not good for you.
And I'm gonna be able to help us all day.
No, it's okay, I get it. Man, we don't have no time.
I was just gonna say,
Unless we do it Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, Sue can't go, but if, I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna do, we're gonna do.
she
That's
reads it
fine.
and has no questions, you and I can sign it.
Right, yeah.
well, they only both say, there's only one, you and Julia. On the grant.
We've got to prove it, don't we?
Right.
So, okay, let's do that.
So the question we have to ask, someone
Someone
has to ask Todd, can he get it in, if we approve it on Tuesday at 9 o'clock, if he could get it in before the new deadline?
All right. I'll call him tomorrow. I'll ask him to send us a full copy. And then ask him
because
then.
if it's not in his office somewhere, somehow, he can send somebody to give us
Right.
the complete copy.
When he called you, what did he say? That he called me, got an email?
Yeah,
Yeah, he said,
a copy of it.
right, and they gave me the numbers, and I said, that sounds good, you know? But like I said, I didn't have a chance, it was at 5:34 to 6. I didn't have a chance, so.
Yeah, he called me around 3:30, and I didn't have time to physically read it. I listened to what he said.
Okay, we all know you're gonna,
So,
Do we have time to get it in the paper then? Do we have tomorrow being Friday?
Thursday, it would be an emergency meeting.
Okay, 24 hours,
Yeah.
okay, that'll work.
well, as long as you let them know, it doesn't have to be
Right.
in the paper.
If it's an emergency, if it's a special, you need that 24 hours.
Right,
If it's an emergency,
just post
it needs to be posted.
it.
So if you can get it done, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it at 8:30 on
Whatever you want.
the 10th.
No,
No.
Yeah.
not on 10, on the 10.
You can't do
That's
it.
Tuesday.
But, well, it's the 8th. Glad you're talking about the 8th.
That's tomorrow.
That's Sunday.
That's, I don't care what you.
It's 10th, the 10th is the day it's due.
No, what I'm saying is, if you guys want to meet on Sunday.
If you could get us, if we
If
could
Todd can
get
get
us.
us the
Yeah,
papers,
we can get
What's
it.
that?
if Todd can get us the papers in time to review.
Yeah.
Well,
Mark, do you have to be,
No.
we do it Monday, you don't have, you have to be here? Well, yeah, we're
Guess not, you know, but depending on what would come up, you know,
That
I
I
don't know on that.
I say if we could approve it on Thursday, Tuesday.
Okay.
All they have to do is have it by noon.
Yeah, I mean, right, as long as you can submit, sure, that's fine.
Because I know we're not gonna get, we're not gonna. It'll probably be Monday before we do it.
Right.
I'll call him. So when am I doing the ad?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, what time?
8:30. Yeah. You don't have to be here.
Say Tuesday, 9:30.
8:30.
Yeah, but she may be the one to get the copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's gotta send me the rest of it too.
Okay, I will call first thing tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
All right, well, okay.
I'll call first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay, so you're gonna call Todd?
Yeah.
So I don't need to do anything, John, you don't need to do anything?
Susan,
No, I'll call Todd.
Okay. The one thing I might suggest, and I will leave it with you, is that there's the signatures of authorization, which I recognize, last time, you wouldn't sign because you didn't have enough information. I have a form here that I can leave with you. If you guys want to sign this tonight, you guys keep it. Then depending on what comes out on Tuesday, if you could fax and scan color copy down to Todd, because he's going to need it to submit the application.
we're okay. We're okay.
Right on. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mark.
Well, thank you. And like I say, he does need the EIN number, and he did make a comment about, just a statement about the, what was it, the, willing to pay $56.32. That could be on
Oh,
a
yeah, that's good.
separate item. That way it gives him a couple more things to fill in the blanks. So, Julia, do you have his email address?
Yeah, I got a copy of that.
Do you have another copy of this one?
No, that's the one and only, John.
Okay, we're signed. Okay, anything else? Mark, anything from you, anything?
Not on this particular topic, no. Oh,
So I'm gonna have to call you.
We're just gonna do it Tuesday, and we get less information.
just one other thing that goes along with this grant. I've talked with a gentleman called Phil Koff. He's a historic architect. He's now retired. We've had Todd list him on the application as consultant. His resume don't show up. I didn't know we needed his resume, but it will be showing up on the, probably on the list of forms, so that you're not surprised when you see that. Don't know if we're going to fully utilize him yet or not, but he runs $150 an hour, and Todd generally has him scheduled for about 10 hours worth of work. I did meet with him out there, we talked about how in general, and like I say, his focus is more architectural, not grant writing, doesn't go into that world. And another one example, because I showed him the picture over here, is he said, according to that picture versus the shutters that are on the building, the shutters that are on the building don't match what's on the picture. And so from the purist standpoint of this building, the shutters are wrong. But I kind of said, too bad, but we say, from his world, be architecturally correct, it would be hinged shutters that would functionally close, and then you could, adjust it as it was back in the 1800s and such. So, if you see his name show up, that's what he came from.
Any other questions for Mark? Nope. Okay, so we'll see you Tuesday. Old business. So the salt shed is,
Go ahead, John.
oh, I'm sorry, Carol.
Okay, thanks. The Chamber of Commerce, in its rejuvenated form, has quite an extensive website, which is presenting more than just the Chamber of Commerce things. It ends up being a community bulletin board, and there's a lot going on. I'm not going to go through all of it. There are about 5 important things that I'll give you. Everybody knows the Potato Festival has been canceled, but the Potato Stomp is still on. That's for Saturday at 9 a.m. There are 3 options, 1 mile, 4 mile, and 9 mile options. I am assuming the 1 mile is a walk and the other 2 are runs.
Oh, you don't go?
No. No, I was told not to subject my new hips to jarring and jolting. Besides, I'm not built to run, in case you noticed. And then there's a poker paddle, which is a Rotary fundraiser. That's on the 14th, and they've got a lot of things going on that. I think that the way that's being done, basically, it's almost like I'm sort of linking this. It's sort of like almost like a treasure hunt. You as you go along on the river, you collect cards, and at the end you see who has the best hand, what would be the best poker hand. I have no idea how that works. I mean, I don't know how to play cards around the table, let alone in the canoe. So that's going on. At the Rosemary Krupar, who I guess is a retired teacher, has initiated a community center kind of activity at the Booker Park Lodge, and that is on Wednesdays. This past Wednesday, yesterday, was the first example of the first exercise class. It's called SAIL, which I will probably forget as the acronym. It's a class aimed at seniors for strength and balance training, and I went, and I really don't like exercise for the sake of exercise. Clean a bar and put up hay, but exercise is something else. So, the exercises at first look pretty dinky. By the time you do them for an hour, you've gotten a workout. And I also discovered that my balance could use some improving, so I'm going to go back. It's free, and it's once a week. And then the Chamber of Commerce meeting for September is on the 26th at 5:30 p.m. The topic is Crestwood Schools. I assume that the location will be at the school. That wasn't listed in on the website. And a lot of the time people figure, well, it's so obvious they know where it is, so they don't list it. So this would be a chance to meet the new superintendent. Just from one person who seems to know everybody and who is also a retired teacher, that person said that she hasn't heard anything negative about this new superintendent. Honeymoons can happen, so, but I think this would be a really valuable opportunity. Other than that, those are the high points. So thank you.
Carol, I just wanted to know, I did go put up the website, their website here.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's extensive, and I don't know who's doing it, but it's quite nice, and, things kind of petered out, and then we've said more than once, COVID just nailed everything. So there's been about maybe as much as a 5-year hiatus in what was going on, and Randy Ellis has really just rejuvenated it. And DMRC has had a lot to do with this, so there's a lot going on. Okay, I'm on my way. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol, appreciate it. salt shed. So, the guys filled the void for the door, took the door off, made all one level concrete. They must have just did it today, they finished a little part for the door. And now it's all covered, ready for siding, so it's really nice. So we already talked about the property exchange. I had a question. We got a bill from the attorney
Yes,
for
the $100
for.
church stuff.
So are we okay with the bill?
Yeah, I can take it up.
Yes, for David. For the church deeds.
Good? Yeah.
We're still working on our cemetery revisions. We are waiting for industrial to do their portion over there at the new section. Now is the time. We're getting more rain, so. Have any more information on the cleanup day?
I do actually, Brett is on vacation from Kimball. He'll call me back next week. And we'll take him probably mid-October. And remember, that'll be one day during with the sheriff's department.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
With the sheriff's department.
Give us the particulars, yeah?
Yeah. Sheriff's department will be here at the end of the day to protect the premises overnight until Kimball can get the containers out.
We exhausted our, as I mentioned before, we exhausted our avenues and where we did grants for the flood study. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put that off till the spring and see if anything new comes back out. Mr. Shackelford might get a hold of Susan and let her know if there's any kind of grants. So we're going to take that off. We still have waiting for the building.
Say that again?
We're still waiting for the building.
We are. Actually, gave him a phone call today as well, so we haven't time to Joe. But I'm going to take him on his word. He's going to do what he said he's going to do.
And I understand, we have a legitimate application. He doesn't want to do it, he should just tell us no. He can't.
I think he doesn't want to do it. I do. He says he does, but I haven't seen.
Matt, we'll be going on 8-9 months.
Yeah. I don't know what else you can do. Unless you go to the commissioners.
I will discuss this with you next month, and if need be, we'll have to do something.
And that's his boss.
Yeah.
Or you can always tag one on it.
So, what did I say before you were public comment? I put in a little sketch I made. So, what I'd like to do is do a couple of things to enhance our meetings, especially with the desk here. I was thinking of having some electrical power brought down to this, like we did with the camera, and put a strip across the front
For mics.
for where you could plug in your equipment. I'd like to see a couple of lights here. And I also would like to mount the camera or the projector. So, and anybody could use it. BZA could use it. Sony Commission. And all you do is it's all.
I've got a couple comments about it's hard to hear the video of people talking in the audience.
Yes.
So,
As if you notice, I also added microphones.
yeah, good idea. That's what I said.
So take a look at it. And I mean, it's nothing that's urgent, but I think it would be nice for people in the audience that what we discussed, like, we could put all this on the big board and people could see what we're talking about, if it can be productive. Any questions on that?
Julie, just so you know,
Yeah, if you want.
Julie, I talked to Chad today, and I told Chad to go ahead and move forward with the purchase.
Okay.
There's addendums and stuff that he wants to add to that.
Okay.
You know, those.
And I have something to say too. I went to the stormwater meeting on August 20th. This is something I think our Brian and Dan should go to every month, or I think it's 4 meetings a month, yeah. So they went over spills, they went over all kinds of septic systems, and I did not know if you report somebody that has a bad septic system, you do it anonymously. But anyways, but it went over roadside ditching, water runoff, sewage, and I mean, for me to sit through, that didn't really benefit me, and I think it would benefit them. And the next meeting is November 19th at 10 o'clock, and I think they should go to it.
I agree, especially if they're during the day.
Yeah.
I agree.
And a lot of other townships, it was all, you know, the grudge guys.
At least Brian should do it.
Yeah, at least mine.
Yeah.
But it also showed about vegetation, all kinds of stuff. But
Excuse me, sir, what was the name of the?
it was the stormwater meeting. And then, oh, I also got a spill kit. Did you give it to the guys?
So that hanging in the garage. They have more,
I
they
was
have
gonna
five.
say they probably got a lot of.
I'll get them.
Oh, they gave me this too. We have this. These are invasive species of plants. And we have one right at the corners. Everything's not good. So I learned about that too. I was represented from ODNR. There you go. Those two for you. These are invasive species here in our region. And if you do find them, you could go to the EDD.
Yeah, just a couple,
Hold on one second. Are you here to discuss anything with the trustees? Yeah.
No.
Or you just,
Observing, yes.
okay, very good.
But
okay. Just an update, we're still reviewing the historic district signs, still playing with the language and word placement, things on that, and also the image that we're dealing with. Our next second Friday dinner will be next Friday the 13th. I'd like you guys to show up if you can. Yes, on Friday the 13th. And my last question here.
what's the meal?
I don't know yet.
You always have a theme. What's the thing?
Pardon?
What's the theme?
I don't know yet. Because Susan does the meat. The last one we did was summer picnic. So, and the last item was, Matt, you said for the purchase of Kathy Kelly's house, you said something about a lease?
Yeah.
So she'll be paying rent?
She has to legally pay like at least $1 a year, according to what Chad said, our attorney.
Okay, so it's the token $1 a year scenario.
Yeah, so we'll have to decide what we're actually going to charge, but yeah. So.
Sounds good. That's all I had, thank you.
Thank you. Sure.
My only suggestion, as you start to talk about, getting electrical up there, I would put mics up there too. Because like when Rich Piano's talking, he's looking at you, we can't hear a word he's saying.
Right. Yep.
And it's
John
just,
did have that in his.
yeah.
I kind of mentioned it, but no one can hear me, so, but, yeah, I did.
And my theory probably isn't as good as it used to be.
It's
I don't mind that.
It's not only that, Terry.
I can't hear him, but, you know.
When you hear it on the website, when you hear the video, it sounds like, it's hard to, it's muffled. Everything sounds muffled.
And it's not just here. Manaway Village has the same problem. you can't hear a word they're saying most of the time. And you have to sit in the front row, and they're gonna try to do something with planes too. It's hard in a room like this, the way the acoustics are, and it's not, and I don't think anybody realizes it, like, you know, Rich probably doesn't realize it, and,
Right.
you know, he doesn't know. That's it.
That's for sure, those microphones are
I completely agree with what he said, but also I actually brought that up to Matt a couple days ago. But I would also suggest like these are really useful having these notes if they can be posted online somewhere too. I think that would be helpful.
Yeah, we record the meetings, so, well, I guess you can't hear them, huh?
No, you can,
Yeah,
you can, but it's not perfection. You know what I mean? I mean, it's something that I would like to see improve.
Closed captioning doesn't even pick up your voice on the YouTube videos. I was trying to decipher through that, and I could
Well, I switched over to YouTube like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and I'm trying to get to the point, if we had the microphones that people could hear, we could stream live in the wintertime when people don't want to come out of the house.
veto. It's a veto.
You still got it.
Yeah, I'm here, I just went to the live stream.
Yeah, live streaming is great. So, David,
You brought up invasive species,
Yeah.
invasive plant species. It just so happens that I'm on a morning run. Not running, but my morning rounds. I ran across a place that's in Geauga County where they have Jimson weed or cocklebur, but the nurseries call it angel's trumpet. It's the same plant. It is not only very invasive, it spreads like crazy. I worked for 30 years to eliminate it off my place when it got on there accidentally. It comes up and it comes up and it comes up. It's like 2,000 or 3,000 seeds in every cocklebur. And if you wait until those birds begin to split, you can't even snip those things off. You can try to hold a bag, and I've done it. Try to hold a bag on it to catch it, while those seeds will still shatter out. So that's one of the things that should be completely banned in the township, right, and everywhere. Because in the West, it's called local weed. It's toxic to livestock. But the kids have found out that the seeds or something are hallucinogenic.
great.
Yeah. So, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. That is one thing. And we do have in zoning a list of basically prohibited or strongly suggested against plant species.
You're right. Yeah, there's quite a bit of them.
Japanese maple is one of them. In New England, Japanese maple and there's another maple, ornamental, that is crowding out the sugar maples, which are a big part of the New England economy. You know, so we really need to be watching on this, and the nurseries will push this stuff. Rhododendrons are a source of the virus or whatever they call it that causes sudden oak death syndrome. But you've got somebody coming on, oh, this is a beautiful place for rhododendron, you know, over here next to your oak. So, yeah, eternal vigilance.
I think another thing that's a problem is bamboo. Well, come to my place. I mean, it's not hazardous, but we don't know where it came from, but that stuff will ruin a flower bed. You can't do anything in it.
So what they suggested, ODNR says if you come across it, you're supposed to go to this website, EDD Maps, and report it. So if you have something that's invasive, you report it. Then a year later, they want you to say, did it grow, did it double? And if it has, then ODNR says they're going to actually step in. They have to try to stop it before it overtakes.
Well,
But apparently a property on the corners up here had Japanese knotwood, and it overtook the whole person's yard. And then they tried to sue the people who sold them the property because their whole property was filled with it.
the only thing to do with stuff like that, like
Yeah.
this copper book, or whatever you want to call it, pull it up and burn it.
Right,
Don't wait for the state or anybody else. to-
Right,
And
that's-
then report that you had it and you got rid of it.
right,
And you let them know next year if anything more comes up.
right.
Because, like I said, I went out and walked my fields. It came when I combined some beans that had this stuff in it.
Right.
Seeds came through the combine on my place later. But I walked my fields repeatedly during the summer. Pulled the stuff every time I found it. And like I said, it took me 30 years to get rid of it all.
Wow.
You know, I pulled a few little ones that were coming up 5 years ago.
Dave, how many acres do you have?
50.
50?
But that's really about it. I just, when you brought up about invasive species and all, we don't do enough
No, we don't.
to keep them out. You know, we got a Japanese beetle, which I wish it loved multiflora roads more than it does, but, and then you got, emerald ash borer. I had some nice ash trees on the place that were just about that big enough for timber. Emerald ash borer got every one of them. You know?
Yeah, that's bad.
Our good friends overseas. That's about it, I'm sorry. That's it.
Thank you.
I'd like to add those pear trees too.
Oh, those things, yeah.
Those are horrible.
What is it?
The pear trees, the
Oh.
ones that are all the white, they look pretty.
Oh,
They
they
do.
look pretty.
They spread like, wow.
Yeah, you just about can't kill it.
That's
Bradford.
Bradford.
That's what it is.
All right, thanks, Dave. Frank Horn.
Nothing right now. Oh, come on, Frank. Okay, I do have a couple other things. Okay. Julia, did you get the bill?
Oh, you got something to add?
Yeah.
We got to go to Texas.
Yeah. The bill for, Portage County Engineers for Pioneer Trail? Okay, stand by.
I can add it in the morning.
I'll give you my,
What do you need?
I'll tell you what, man, what a bargain this year. $110,000.
For what?
For Pioneer Trail?
Oh, for Ronnie.
Yeah.
Okay, you said Portage County.
Well, don't you have to pay
Yes.
Portage County?
No,
Okay, you pay around that, correct?
yeah,
Okay,
that's what I,
okay, okay.
Yeah, they said it's a bundle.
Yeah, you're right. Round that, correct.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes,
you
I
know,
have that.
110,000 for that, that's amazing.
That was a gift.
So you got,
I have, and they have to sign that as the, chief executive officer.
Get out of town.
yeah, huh? How's that feel?
Can you grab that? And the checks.
You didn't get this.
No.
I logged back in.
Yeah.
It's right on the right side, it says view certificate.
Oh, I.
So the auditor of the state now, everybody that works for the government in any way, has to go and listen to this 8-minute
It
video
literally is.
about fraud. And if you don't, you're going to be doodly land. Believe it or not.
But you know.
This
what
is
you
how
know?
they,
What's
this
the
is,
order to?
Now, what's it about?
it's supposed to be about fraud.
Oh,
I think the whole thing is a fraud.
Anything, anybody could do it.
Oh, I mean,
It's
it's
an
in
Anybody can do it.
program.
You go to the auditor of the state,
Yeah,
and they give you,
and it's
but,
in 8 minutes.
but our audit, at the end of the year, our audit, not only do we have to do the public records one time during our thing, now you have to do this.
this one as well.
So anyways,
why isn't the government doing something about all these people that call me a dozen times a day about insurance or this and that? You try to call them back, and that number's no longer in service, or it can't be accessed this way.
don't answer the phone.
We received that scam that unfortunately Warren, is that Warren?
This is,
Fiscal officer was paid $100,000. She thought it was the auditor asking for her ACH wire information. And they lost $100,000 before they got it.
Do you know? Yeah.
Oh,
Basically, say
We're still behind one.
about $250,000 this year on roads.
Oh, yeah.
We
you spent it.
Okay,
Good point.
I gotta make a motion to pay all the bills for September.
I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
We have to vote in executive session.
Do it?
Yeah, do you have to?
I do. You cruise around the scene.
Oh, are they?
That's okay.
So,
Okay, sure.
we're gonna go, I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
Sometimes it is hard.
Under,
What's going on? So I do appreciate the notes.
Public meeting exception is 121.22. G1 to consider employment discipline.
Audience, thank you for attending. Mr. Horvath, thank you so much, David, Karen.
No public official.
You're in a second. Yeah, well,
No, let's executive.
second.
I think it's October.
John,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Matt,
Matt, say yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. We're, everybody, okay, we're gonna go right back in.
Okay.
Okay, I make a motion to return to, regular session.
Second.
John,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Matt.
Good. Most for her.
No.
Michelle Stebbins.
I want to make a motion to hire Michelle Stebbins to be administrative assistant for Township of Medway and at $20 per hour on a part-time basis.
Second.
John,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Matt.
Yes, definitely.
Any other